Have you tried it?
Yeah, welcome to Arresting Normality. My name is Aaron from Breaking the Cycle.
No, fuck you. We're not starting now.
Joined as always with Travis from Howie Games and Cody from Stealing Life. We are glad that you are here. We are also glad that we are alive this week because it's an exciting week to be alive. Travis, how exciting was your week?
I'm going back to the doctor today.
Oh, nice. For what?
Yeah. Just a checkup because it's been, how long has it been? It's been 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but it's been some time, and now they're gonna see if my liver is still obese.
Oh, cool.
And
but I mean, you've been doing good, haven't you? You've been straying away from the McDonald's for the most part.
Well, I mean, before I started working out, I lost 25 pounds.
That didn't answer my
But then
question.
I started working out. And yes, I'd lose 25 pounds from eating McDonald's. Everybody can do it. Let me tell you, go down to McDonald's today, get a fucking Big Mac.
Don't be an
slug
ass
that
because you
shit
didn't
down,
answer
but
the
make
question.
sure,
Don't be an ass because you didn't answer
to
the
get
question.
no salt on the fries
You
and a
glossed
diet
over
soda,
his
and you're
question,
good.
and now
if
you're
you
being
eat the
an
whole
ass.
thing with no salt and a diet
that's not
soda,
what
you will
do.
lose weight.
That's not
I
how
promise.
you
That's what
act
Jared
as
says.
a friend.
That's what Jared says.
God damn.
Jared. Because he's the knower of the things.
Taking advice from that guy.
Right? Yeah, it's smart. Smart.
Not a good way to go there, buddy.
Unrelated. Don't take him to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, gross.
Oh, it's too early for those references.
But no,
3 minutes in, buddy.
Occasionally, I have
Gotta
cheated.
hook 'em
Like
early.
when we went down to Salt Lake like a month ago.
thought
I
was gonna
had
say Chinatown.
yeah, when we went to Chinatown. Why the fuck would I say Chinatown? You know that one time, Aaron, that we went to Chinatown?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we
definitely.
usually do. Because there's Chinatown even in this fucking fucking Cody. But no, I had In-N-Out. I think I brought that up on the podcast.
You did.
In and out.
And
Yeah, dude.
then-
If you're going to
Overrated
cheat,
it
though, I'm just glad that you're going and cheating with things like that and not like shit food like McDonald's. Like In-N-Out is good enough to the point where you're like, oh, yeah. You know, like I cheated. I had some In-N-Out. It was awesome, you know? Not like, oh, I cheated. I had a double or a McDouble from fucking McDonald's, you know? McDonald's.
Well, and, like, don't get me wrong, I'll still go to fast food places, but like lately it's been like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to Wendy's and get a grilled chicken sandwich with no sauce on it and chili because their chili's tofu and no
Yeah.
cheese.
Chili.
You know, I'll do shit like that, but like for the
how
most
often?
part,
Yeah, realistically, I know no judgment here. I'm
3
curious.
times a day.
maybe like 2 to 3 times a week at most, and usually it's while I'm working because I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to pack my lunch. I'm gonna go get this chili and shit, or and then if I do go like out to eat, I'm going to a restaurant and I'll get like their grilled chicken shit and fucking like, you know, good shit, or do like their like Denny's.
I guess it would be probably easier for me to ask, how often do you actually cook?
Usually every day, at least once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not bad. You really should try to overcook, though. Like, make way too much food. Because if you make way too much food, that means that when you go to lunch or whatever, you can bring your food. Because usually that's the reason why we don't eat good food for lunch. Like, I understand dinner once in a while, but our lunches should always be taken care of, right? Because if we're overcooking our food and always making sure we have excess, we can always bring that to lunch. It's just...
Yeah, it's just difficult to overcook, one, because it doesn't keep very long. And
like a
2,
week,
Alicia
bruh.
usually won't eat what I cook.
Okay, yeah. See, that upsets me because I know that that's an issue, is that Alicia is a big reason for why that maybe it's hard for you to, stay consistent with your nutritional goals and whatnot, because she is a very picky eater, like
Yeah.
ungodly picky. But I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't want to waste that much because it's expensive.
No, I get that.
So I try to cook what I think I'm going to eat, and sometimes I shoot way, way too low.
Yeah, I just...
or overshoot by a whole bunch, and then I just spent all this money on a whole bunch of chicken, and then it all goes to like the dogs or something because it's like stinky and dirty and slimy.
Yeah, no one needs a slimy chicken that has that gross chicken smell.
Yeah,
I know too
this
well.
chicken has gone by
Chicken
way
Smell
bad.
is my favorite punk band.
Gross chicken smell.
Gross chicken smell. That's my favorite punk band.
But yeah, like actually for Game of Thrones was the last time I cheated.
Like
when that
2
came
days
out.
ago?
Yeah, when that came out, I got a grilled chicken and spinach pizza. Little personal one. And I was like, this is my Game of Thrones night. Yeah, fuck yeah.
So
good.
you have to cheat when you watch Game of Thrones?
No, just when it hasn't been on for over a year.
I'm not judging you, by the way, because when there's a wrestling pay-per-view on, that's what I do.
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
this is when
that
I'm
was
gonna
a big
shovel
that was a
gross
big
food in my
event
mouth.
for me. I was like, oh, this needs to be fun and special. So
Yeah.
That makes sense
One-
to me, at least. Aaron's like, none of this makes sense.
No, I
and
just
it's just
makes
like you
sense.
should have no soul ever.
You should never eat
soul.
bad food.
Your food is not deterministic of your goddamn soul.
Also, souls
It
aren't a
is.
real thing.
It goes
You know what,
just like,
Cody,
by the way.
you're a
By
fucking
the way,
social
souls-
construct. You
souls,
social
not a real
fucking
thing.
construct.
Souls, dumb. Dumb idea, not a thing. Anyways, go ahead. That's beside the point.
People, I just, we make way too many excuses to cheat. Way too many excuses.
WrestleMania.
Okay, that's a once a year thing, but and I get that,
Game
and
of
I get Game of
Thrones.
Thrones too.
Yeah,
but
see,
again,
that's a special occasion.
that's also a special occasion. But like, it's Tuesday and I'm tired. That's not a good
That sounds
excuse.
like a great reason.
That's a
to me.
fucking terrible excuse.
It's Tuesday and I'm
The
tired.
the only fucking thing is like, we just, and I get it. You can't go like cold turkey because that's essentially what it is we have an addiction to go out and eating fucking terrible food because for one, it's easy. It's super easy just to go out and get food. But it's also, it's a lot more difficult to go out in there and plan your food every day and make sure that, you know, you're at least having some sort of idea of something health conscious during the time. And we make all these choices and we justify it by saying, oh, well, you know, it's a chicken sandwich. And it's like, yeah, but it's a chicken sandwich from Wendy's, you know, or Chick-fil-A or some shit like that.
I feel attacked right now.
That's probably because we're being attacked.
It's not necessarily you. everyone makes these kinds of
Everybody except for me.
It's not
how Aaron
necessarily
feels.
you, Trav. Where do you go for your chicken sandwich? Wendy's. That's terrible. Let's
Wendy's
use
is
that as an
terrible.
example. Wendy's.
I'm just,
Fuck Wendy's.
it's not even that. Like, you know, like I see my dad, like he's talking about where he's, you know, going, like he's, the family that he lives with, I don't know any way other to say that.
Family?
The family he lives with,
Family, my
He gave
dad.
his
Those
dad up
people-
for adoption.
That's a
they have
weirdest way
pizza
to say it,
like 4 times. I'm an awkward guy when it comes to like
I get it. I get
those
it. buddy.
kinds of things.
I get it.
You know, I had a mom and a dad for a long time, and then, you know, my mom's not around anymore, so, you know, my dad's gone off and lived with a different family. Okay, I don't know any other way to put that. I'm awkward. I'm weird. I'm sorry. But they have like pizza like 4 times a week,
That's
right?
too much.
Which is way too
Can you
much.
afford that?
I
Yeah,
mean,
they're rich.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. But
We're not, but if you watch our podcast, maybe one day we'll.
Yeah, fuckers would listen. Maybe we can afford pizza more than once a week.
Right? We could
wouldn't
have
do
the
it, though, 'cause Aaron
luxurious
would
lifestyle
yell.
of pizza 4 times a week.
I said we wouldn't do it though because Aaron would yell at us.
yes, I would absolutely. So, but then his option is like, oh yeah, so I went to this restaurant and got spaghetti and meatballs, and I'm like,
That's
No.
kind of terrible.
no, that's not a good option.
But was it delicious?
That's not the point.
I mean, it's kind of the
It's
That's
not
it
the
is kind
point.
of
I mean, it's a
point.
little
If-
bit of the point.
If it's delicious, you don't feel so
It's
bad
at
about it.
least
And your
like
body's
What
like,
do you think-
35-40% of the
But
point.
what do you think is more important in life? Do you think that
I think that
I said
if it's-
35%. I didn't say more.
I think
important.
if it's
I said it's
delicious, your
part of the
body
point.
automatically recognizes it as more healthy and just processes it better.
I'm not going that far, buddy.
You know, honestly, it's medically. I'm a nurse. Listen,
I'm a nurse. Listen to me.
No, you gotta listen to me because I'm a nurse.
because I'm a nurse. If it tastes good, it obviously means it is good.
Yeah. Okay. So
Snickers, very good for you.
Oh, side note here, in Japan, their way of determining whether something is healthy is its color. It's like, oh, you need to have white food and green food and black food and red food.
That's racist.
And it's hilarious.
It's so funny, dude. It's like, and it's funny too because even though it's based on basically nothing, most of that country is all underweight.
So what color is unhealthy food?
It's not about like unhealthy or healthy.
Brown.
They're just like you need to like have these certain food colors.
So you can have like a white cheesecake and a green cheesecake and a red cheesecake and you're good.
I mean, they also have fat taxes over there.
I want cheesecake. Sorry, go ahead.
Fat taxes.
Fat taxes. Literally, if you are
that's fucked up.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
it's
fucking
a little
brilliant.
fucked up.
If
I
you're,
think it's fucked up.
I don't think it is.
Of course you don't. Mr. Never eat anything you like ever.
Hey, fuck you, man. I have a lot of food that I like because I make it myself.
Yeah, but you're weird.
Aaron's sitting there with a
I'm
stick
a
of
good
celery.
cook.
You're a strange
I learned
person.
how to be a good
You're
cook
weird.
because
You don't make
Aaron's
sense.
sitting there with
Fuck
like a
you.
stick of celery and a whip, and he's like eating it. He's like, I like this. Waka. It's good. Yum yum.
Yum, yum.
Whip me more, Daddy. Yum yum. Wait, he went to a different family. Yum yum.
I disapprove of this conversation.
Okay, go ahead, Aaron.
Japan has a fat tax. Just so you know. It means that if a certain portion of your population in your what do they call them? Providence? No, it's not a province.
Province?
Like township or
No,
Yeah.
it's
Is it a province like Canada?
no, it's
like county?
no.
Section.
God damn it. I'm trying to think of the word.
Area.
Prefecture.
That word
You
would
just
never
wanted
have
an
popped in my head.
unusually
No, they call it a
convoluted
fucking
word.
prefecture, okay? Don't fucking get on my ass about words, okay?
I don't think
City,
I've ever heard that
state.
word before.
No, it's bigger than that.
State.
It's like bigger than a county, but smaller than a
Is it
country.
an unincorporated township?
No, that would be Pahrump.
God damn it.
But so if a certain percentage, like if over 10% of your prefecture is considered overweight, then the whole fucking prefecture gets a fat tax.
So fucked up.
But then you
That
see
is kind of fucked up.
But
I mean,
you
I guess
see
it's
that
a
everyone in
tax on the
Japan
city
is
and not
pretty
you.
much a healthy weight.
Yeah, but
It's effective.
I guess, but that's when you get to that point. Like, it's effective, but should it be done though?
Yes,
Like, it's kinda
absolutely.
fucked.
I don't
With
think so.
so
because
many
then
people
that,
dying in the mid-50s
But that's
from
their right to
heart-
choose that. That's their right to choose that. It is.
That
honestly,
is, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I mean, if they're gonna be dumb and overeat themselves to death, I mean, that's kind of on
But
them.
that's their right.
It's not that big of a deal to just say like, "Hey, you're treating yourself like shit."
Yeah, but then it's
You
not
have
that
to
big of a
pay a
deal
little
to
bit
say,
more
hey,
money.
this is not good to watch on
But, like,
TV, so you can't see it.
Yeah, it's
Or hey,
I,
this isn't our viewpoint, so you can't watch that.
I don't.
You know, it's the
feel
same
good that
thing.
I agree with Travis, but I agree with Travis,
Yeah.
and like,
No, I
it
agree with you
shouldn't be
too,
up to
Cody.
somebody
Okay,
else to
okay.
tell me if I can be fat or not. If I want to
Right.
be fat, I'm gonna be fat.
I understand the
America.
concept of like you can go. That's the problem though. There's so much wrong with just that everyone's so concerned about like, oh, freedom the whole time. Like I need the freedom to cut my dick off and fucking and flail it around in Walmart and be like, hey, this is my right.
I mean-
I have my rights.
I mean, that's a little extreme from talking about a guy that's fat, but okay. I
Yeah, you
get your point, I
completely
guess.
went some
You
random
went
direction
real
on that one.
extreme.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go
But,
extreme.
like,
Okay.
Aaron's like sitting there. He's like, if you're fat, you like Hitler.
That has no comparison though.
That was a much further extreme. I guess we're on the extreme path today.
I mean, obviously it was extreme, but
Demonetized.
like that's what I'd say. It would be, 100%.
It's just I really don't like the idea of other people telling me if I can be fat or not.
No, I don't think that
If I
people
wanna be
should
fat,
tell.
I'll be fat.
Well, and that's the thing is, I think it's up to the government to provide us with knowledge, but I don't think that it's up to them to provide you. I think we should have better education of what these foods actually do to you.
Yeah,
but our biggest problem though is knowledge though, is because we're being peddled so much misinformation about nutrition because people are just trying to make money off of us. Because they're like, oh yeah, here's the new fad diet. You got to go buy out, and you're going to go and buy. I'm going to buy a tub of lard, but that's the only thing you can eat now. And everyone's
talking about keto diets.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that wasn't directly what I was trying to say.
I mean, it is.
Ketogenesis is a real thing.
But keto diets are dumb.
They are dumb.
They're really dumb.
But
I mean, on top of that,
is a real thing.
Incredibly. Holy shit! Who is this? Hold up.
See, I said put it away. Oh, I don't even have my phone. Did you remember?
He did say that.
I don't even have my phone. Fucking 10 minutes later, phone rings.
Rated insurers at prices that
Do you guys get these?
That's scary.
What is it?
Nationwide PPO plans are
It's an insurance call.
Oh.
Yeah,
I guess.
It's bothering me.
But that's the thing is, you said it. Misinformation. We are getting incorrect information. So what I think the government should do is step in and be like, no, you little shit, that's incorrect. Here's a fine for you fucking peddling.
But then that's the whole freedom thing. Like, if someone wants to be stupid, then you're going to say, oh no, I want the right to be fucking stupid.
But that's not being stupid. That's being misled.
That doesn't
matter.
Not
correct information. If they said, hey, here's our diet and you can lose a ton of weight, but it possibly could damage your kidneys and here's all the bad side effects, and then you could make your decision based off that, your choice. But when they're like, there's nothing bad about this diet. Oh, by the way, you can get cancer 30 years from now due to your kidney failure. But we're not going to tell you that.
I mean, honestly,
that is bad.
The government doesn't have to hold our hands, I don't think, and tell us what we should and shouldn't do, because there's plenty of fucking healthy people out there that have figured it out without the government pointing them in the right direction. Right. So we should all
but they actually just went and researched on what was good and bad. But
cheesecake for breakfast, have some common sense and not blame like, oh well, they told me this was good for me and now it's bad.
Yeah.
I thought fucking inhaling pie all day would be good. I thought a diet where I could have bacon but I can't have a fucking banana is good for me. It's like you should figure some shit out on your own.
A fucking banana.
Figure it out on your own and don't blame the big government that didn't show me what to do.
Yeah.
And also don't fine people for being fat.
No, and I think so. I think
have one thing to add to that.
Hold on, just one second.
He feels
I'm retorting to Cody.
He feels strongly.
As do
this.
I think that you're correct on certain things are innately like that should be bad, but like things like let's say. Well, yeah, but the keto diet doesn't say to drink. Let's say like if you actually follow the keto diet,
specifically about the keto diet,
right?
No, but I am in this case because it's one that appears to just be completely good, right?
Everybody.
Yeah. I mean, at face value, from what other people say, that.
I mean,
well, no, but you're more educated.
People, not you, Aaron. You're special.
Yeah, you know a little bit more about health and fitness than the average Joe, right?
A little bit more.
A little bit.
Than the average Joe? No, you know quite a bit more than the average Joe.
Well, I'm not trying to fucking stroke Aaron's big old
it's fine.
Informational penis here, okay?
Gross.
But, whoa, but no.
Why do you guys
the
go
thing
to the
is
extreme?
God damn it, shut
Okay,
up.
sorry. I'm just so excited.
Fucking. But that's the thing is, at face value, the keto diet looks really good, right? Like, I mean, from the general public's point of view, I even thought about doing it for a while, and I did, and it's fucking terrible. And not that it doesn't work for some people, but even people who do the keto diet from a medical standpoint, they shouldn't they shouldn't be on it for long periods of time because it's incredibly stout on the way your kidneys process that protein.
Yeah, it's unsustainable.
And it can actually lead to damage. Like, but it's not something that would innately be like, duh, you should have known that. You know?
Yeah, obviously.
Misinformation like that, aka cigarettes, are good for you.
right?
I mean, yeah, but like, when did it become everybody else's job to like protect you throughout your whole life? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
because and I get that, but certain things should be policed.
That's on you. Like, sorry.
Certain things should be policed. I don't think that companies should just be able to go like, hey, look, this chocolate will reverse old age.
I mean, there are certain laws in place that stop them from making ridiculous false claims like that. There are. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to diets that come out of nowhere and they, usually if you pay attention to them, they're pretty careful about their wording. Yeah. They're not like, they won't just straight up say, this is going to save your life. It's not bad at all. Nothing bad will ever happen to you and you'll be so happy. They put it in a way that makes you feel like, oh, this is okay. Yep. And then you come to that conclusion yourself, basically, of like, this is perfect. This is amazing. They never said it was. They just led you to that path, which there's nothing wrong with that.
The biggest problem, though, is that people use the term or the phrase of studies have shown. Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah. And the problem is that if you go and you look at these things, like a lot of times when you see like the bad ones that are obviously not true, but they say studies have shown that this and this do this and this, and it makes you healthy, But
injecting sugar into your veins is good for you.
Yeah. The thing is you can find a study somewhere that will align with absolutely anything. Of course. The problem is that's going to be like one or two studies, and then like 8,000 other studies are going to say like, hey, no, that's not true. This and this was wrong in that study, period. And but people can find a study that says anything.
Yeah, that's why you have to do your own research on it.
With that being said, though, I just saw an interesting article where there were like people are more inclined to share and like and comment on an article, like a science-based article, without reading it.
Well, yeah, absolutely, because everybody's a scientist and they'll just automatically be like, oh, I know all about this.
Well, they take that summary of the headline summary and take that information. That happens all the time, yeah. And curiously, I sent you guys a link last night.
I did not read it.
I didn't read it at all.
And
I was hoping you could explain that to us.
So that study, the headline was cannabis was found to be coming from alien DNA. And that was a complete farce. And the whole study was, it was actually like, they wanted to see themselves how many people started talking about it in the comments. And lo and behold, there's 1,000 comments talking about like, oh yeah, I knew that it was from alien DNA, blah, 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 blah. And like, no, this is totally lie. And we were just seeing who would share and comment on this thing. And it was totally true. And they proved it within a science-based community where people just didn't even read the article.
Yeah.
And
did they like explain in the article, like once you clicked on it? Like, because I didn't even read it. I just kind of was like,
first line in there that says, and so this actually has nothing to do with cannabis whatsoever.
Oh my god!
It was the very first line.
Because I'd seen that pop up somewhere before, but I just have never read it, so I, never read it.
That's funny.
And the horrible thing is that because misinformation is so prevalent, some other company might see that, take the line, expand upon it, write their own article based on that information, but only that one sentence, not read the article at all, and then just go through because it looks clickbaity,
But there's no way to stop that shit unless you're going to control every single thing that everybody does.
Yeah. It kind of brings us all the way back around to like misinformation is so incredibly prevalent. And the problem is that we can't, there's nothing we can really do about it because we can't sit here and like, we love to say, and I like saying this too, like everyone really should research their information that they're actually perpetuating.
Yeah, but then who do you get correct information from?
You can find it yourself, but the time investment begins to get really high when everything you read is like you have to take something at face value and you just got to know what you can take. It gets really hard.
Can I give you an example of where it was impossible for you to find it yourself?
Sure.
Okay, so do you know the company who made Percocet?
No.
Okay, they are incredibly fucked right now because they are being sued the shit out of for Percocet. because they actually held back information on their development and research, which this is under copyright. Well, I don't know what you'd call it. Is it copyright where somebody can't reproduce it?
Oh, yes.
What's that called? Yeah. Okay. I thought it was something different for pills for whatever reason.
It might be, but that's the basic idea.
Yeah. So basically, they knew exactly how addictive Percocet was going to be. They knew all the side effects, and they withheld that information intentionally for people to get hooked on it. And they actually gave incentives to their marketing people to push it and have doctors push it. They gave incentives to doctors for prescribing it. And that's why part of the reason that we're having opioid epidemics. And there's no way that anybody could have came by that information except for after 10 years, other than the company themselves lied. Now, should that company become punished, or should you have found your own information?
Well, see, in instances, if I could talk, instances like that goes back to kind of what we said before, where it's like, that's an outright false claim.
Yeah.
That should totally be illegal. That's outright.
It wasn't a false claim. They said that it was addictive. They just didn't say how addictive.
Yeah, and they knew, and it's the same as the NFL. They knew about concussions. They knew what was happening to players. They knew the damage that was happening, and they never told
and they might have even alluded to some of it, but they
never
just
told them what was happening. And yes, ramming your head into another person at full speed is probably not good for your brain.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
You should
do it.
know that. But these
go out
players,
there and do that, kids.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
God damn it, Travis. These players should have been told the total risk. You know,
right?
Just hey, let you know. You do this, you're gonna make a lot of money, but you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah, I mean, like that sounds like something you should put on like an NFL contract. Like, hey, I know you've been doing football for a long time because you're probably fresh out of college, and you're signing this contract to be playing for a career. With that information, this is our disclosure notice of there's a high risk of CTE.
Yeah, brain trauma is a real thing, and they not only did they not like know about it, they knew about it and they held it back, and they just reassured players that no, it's fine, nothing's happening, you're fine. Yes, there's some risk for concussions, but you'll be fine. And players aren't fine now. Players are killing themselves in their 40s because the CTE thing is real and it's scary and it's dangerous. Yeah. And they held it back, and the NFL should be held accountable for that.
Yeah.
They should be, and they are. They are being held accountable now. Players are suing them. Just because if you have information, let them know. Yeah. So Percocet, I hope they get fucked.
Yeah.
Because they had information and they did not tell people. That's different from people saying keto can make you lose weight, and then it's actually not the best idea. Yeah. Like, it's a little different in my opinion. Of having
yes and no. It's just that this one happens to be more harmful is the only difference.
Well, and they have
the other one is harmful. It's just not as harmful.
Have hard evidence though of like from everything.
Well, and that's the thing is there's no one I don't think there's one entity that's like, yes, I developed keto. And
well, yeah,
right.
That too. That's a problem too. It's just kind of a thing that's out there, right?
Yeah, there's no real point of origin.
Yeah, and also there's some people that are on the keto diet and it's worked wonders for them and they fucking love it and it's made them feel so much better and it worked for them, and then the next person fucking their kidney explodes or whatever,
Right, yeah.
It's not like a hard evidence thing of like football smashing your head into another human being is going to give you this disease that destroys your brain and could possibly make you kill yourself when you're 45. It's a little different, in my opinion. I might be a little biased. I don't know.
Yeah, real
trauma is real. Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. It just feels like some things are more important than others, and it's just a different level of like withholding shit. Like the Percocet, they know that they were destroying people's lives.
Yeah,
they knew it.
Right, but that's the thing is like McDonald's, they haven't exactly told you how bad their food is, but they haven't told
different.
You.
No,
but it's caused an epidemic over a long time.
When you go to a fast food joint, you're eating bad food. They list the calories. You can go on the website and get the nutrition content. You can get all that shit.
What about salads?
They list the nutrition content on salads
too. They do,
and
but
you can see how bad they are.
But they do try to perpetuate
to promote them
that.
as healthy items.
Yeah, that's marketing, but that's not like. I mean, to me, it's different.
I mean, and literally, I think their bacon cheese salad is worse than
a Big Mac.
They usually are. The salads are usually worse than the burgers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that stuff is all there for you to go find.
Yeah.
It's there. It's not like
the information
Percocet withheld it. You know what I mean?
True.
They hid it. They buried it. They paid people off. They got rid of it. Like if they were the mafia, they had that thing whacked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? they got rid of it. It's in a ditch. It's there.
Yeah.
McDonald's. You want to do your research? Go find it.
I'm so sad right now.
What are you looking up right now? Why aren't you invested in this conversation?
No, I want water, and Alicia forgot to buy some when she went to the store yesterday, and now I have nothing to drink, and I'm thirsty.
Tap water. I know it's not great.
Yeah,
but...
that's kind of gross.
Ew, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Oh yeah, the Idaho Falls
Peasant
tap
water.
water is even worse. Peasant
water. Ew.
Oh no, I almost died.
It's from that peasant water. Shouldn't drink that.
Drinking and buying.
Government will tell you it tastes good. It's healthy for you. It's not.
Yeah, so.
Oh, we're going full conspiracy now.
I guess. I was trying not to. So I think I've said my piece. I feel good.
Yeah, I think that I've made my argument and whatnot. And yeah, I feel good where we left that one.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, the podcast's over. Have a good night, everybody. How are games? How we doing?
That was your week. We haven't even gotten anything.
We kind of did. We went off on. I'm assuming that was one of the things Aaron wanted to talk about was the marijuana thing.
Nope.
No, I didn't think that was his thing.
Oh, okay. Did we pass your marijuana false document test though? We didn't try to be like, oh, hey, we knew that.
Oh yeah, I don't know, that was good. Well, I mean, you guys just didn't read it. You're like, oh no, I didn't read it.
Yeah,
I just didn't really care because I was like, that sounds like bullshit. And
I
just
instantly thought it was fake and was just like, oh, that's interesting. And I also thought you were going to bring it up today.
That's a curiosity, though. That's a curiosity because a lot of people would just assume that information is true and then start perpetuating it. What is the difference there? How can we teach people to understand? Like, hey, that's obviously fake. How do you teach someone to recognize something that's obviously fake information?
Don't be dumb.
it
feels easy to me because I saw that and I was like, oh, that's not true.
Right.
It's like,
did you guys like watch the episode South Park where they went over this? They had one kid that like these scientists like brought him into a lab because he was a special kid and they're like, holy shit. And he could tell the difference between clickbait and news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's a relatively recent one too.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Same story. It's sometimes it's not that hard. Sometimes it is. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you're like, really? And but then that's usually when you should go read the article and find out if that's actually something you want to know.
Right.
Oh God, what did you guys do?
No.
Sorry, it's just Facebook was like, hey, someone sent you a friend request, and it's like Rafiki Koppler.
That's not
like,
a real name.
It's
Rafiki? That's from The Lion King. That's the baboon.
That's not a real name. Oh my God.
I mean, in The Lion King, it is.
That's the baboon. He's right. I forgot about that.
Is it Rafiki? Oh,
yeah, it's Rafiki.
I clicked on this is like the fakest account I've ever seen.
Is it a girl's ass? Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, does she have giant plots of land?
Giant plots of land. Oh, God. That's hilarious. But see, again, right there, that's actually a very good example.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that
You
name
investigated.
and instantly was like, no, that's not
Okay,
real.
that sounds dumb.
But then there's some people that'd be like, oh, look at her. She likes me.
I know, right?
It's just, I think people should be held accountable for their stupidity. And if you're going to be
what's
dumb,
actually really sad?
Which brings me back to the fat tax.
Yeah.
Because people should be accountable for their stupidity.
They are. For themselves.
But that's
They're
not
going
the
to die
people
at
that's
40.
accountable.
That's their fault. They're dead at 40.
Yeah, you're not making people accountable. You're making the statehood or whatever the fuck you called it
That's not
accountable.
Yeah, you're accountable for
Which
your own
then they'll
mistakes
raise
by dying at
taxes,
42.
and then when they raise taxes to gain that money for taxing people who are fat, your skinny ass will pay for fat people.
Because all they're getting
now
is
is
more
it a good
money
idea?
out of fat people.
But then we would perpetuate a higher state of healthy being.
No, we wouldn't.
No,
We'd just
we
tax the
wouldn't.
shit
We would
out of
just pay
everybody.
the tax. You've seen fat people. They would just pay the tax.
They're like,
They wouldn't give
this
a fuck,
Twinkie might
especially-
fucking kill my liver, but I'm gonna eat it.
Especially if it's a tax that's put on the
Oh,
whole
I gotta pay
city,
$2
state, or
more
whatever
to
we
eat
said the
this
thing was.
Twinkie?
They're not going to give
That's
a fuck.
all I gotta
if
pay.
Aaron
Sure,
has to
yeah,
pay
I'll
a
pay
little extra.
$2
What
more
if it was
to
an
eat this
individual
fucking
tax?
Twinkie?
What if on your taxes, your personal taxes, you were taxed higher?
I still don't think that's right because that's still the government getting in
That's
your life.
discriminating.
Yes, it is.
like
It's
that's
still-
What if the tax only went towards either health research or went to like schools or
It's
something?
still not right because
Or how about we tax people for being overly assholish because it puts a physical and mental strain on other people?
what's the reason for the tax? Because if a person is fat, he's buying his food. He's paying
Right.
for his food. He's
Which he's
eating
paying
that
more
food.
sales
Then
tax,
he's
which
paying
goes to
for
the
his
state usually.
clothes that he has to get because he keeps getting fatter, so he needs more clothes. So he's paying. Who the
He's
fuck is
already
he
paying a
hurting
tax.
other than himself? He's not hurting you,
Right.
by being a fat
Well, maybe
ass.
maybe his family members, you know.
So what? Okay, like don't be fat.
I mean, but that's as far as you
It's
could even
fine,
go.
whatever.
Is
Perpetuating a culture of
to dumb people.
exactly. But if you're
We
trying,
need less dumb people. It's okay. Let them get fat. Let them
but-
get fat and die off.
but they get
That's
to.
fine.
Jesus Christ,
Unfortunately,
demonetized, demonetized
the
band. I'm
problem
not
is-
putting this on my
is they
channel. We're
get-
putting this on Breaking the
If
Cycle.
they get old enough, they reproduce and have fat fucking kids.
And then they die at fucking 21. So it's all fine. Everything works out in the end. Dude, that is the worst though. That is the worst. Fat people.
That is
have
the
fat
one
kids.
thing that I will stand
That
by
makes me
is.
upset.
Well, yeah, they should probably
'Cause that's
have
not
some
that
sort of
kid's
remediation for. No,
That's the only thing. That
they don't. They literally don't know any better.
Yeah. Of
course not.
But
Because they've been fed mac and cheese and McDonald's their whole goddamn life.
half-pound burgers
goddamn,
and
I
shit.
love mac and cheese, you fucker.
Wow, you struck a chord on the mac and cheese.
You leave
crossed a
mac and cheese out of
line.
this. I haven't eaten it in years.
Dude, mac and cheese is not good.
Oh, it's so tasty.
It's yummy.
No, it's not.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, you can be on your
It's
health
because
thing,
he sacrificed his
and
soul
I
to the
get it
fucking
that it's
skinny
bad for
gods
you,
years
but
ago.
mac and cheese is delicious.
I don't even care that it's bad. Like, I've tasted it
You never
recently.
had like a high-end mac and cheese?
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
like-
about Kraft, okay?
Oh, who thinks about Kraft? I'm talking about like high-end mac and cheese.
Oh, no,
Like-
I have my own mac and cheese recipe. I thought we were talking about
okay,
Kraft here. I
see?
thought Travis was talking about Kraft.
Are you talking about Kraft?
No, just macaroni and cheese is good.
Yeah, like high-end
Oh,
good
okay. See,
macaroni and cheese.
I just thought someone was talking about like Kraft mac and cheese,
You-
which is
you made me
disgusting.
very upset.
No. I make
Mac and cheese
I
is
make a
amazing.
badass mac and cheese
Okay.
recipe, which is actually relatively healthy too.
I'm not mad anymore.
Okay, good.
Okay, mac and cheese is amazing.
Yeah,
But
Jesus Christ.
Kraft mac and cheese, a little blue box shit.
Oh no, those are
it's
garbage.
disgusting.
That's garbage. Yeah.
I mean, when you're a kid, they ate.
What?
like, you know, come home
everything's
after
okay
school.
they're
when you're a
amazing
kid.
when you're a kid.
Yeah, when
Also-
you come home after school and you're like, I want a snack, and then you just get in the closet and
want a
fucking, you know, there's.
Also,
Fucking
Lunchables
Kraft
were
Easy Mac.
amazing when you were a kid. So, I
Right.
mean,
Yes, they
everything was
were.
amazing.
And they're
Yogurt.
still fucking terrible. Why are we giving such
Other-
horrible things to our kids? Oh my god.
Because people are dumb.
Ah.
We have to keep
Because
hammering
it's
that
like,
home.
here's some sugar, leave me the fuck alone.
People are dumb. I mean, for fucking breakfast, you eat a donut. Like it's or cereal. You know?
Cereal, yeah.
People are dumb.
Ugh.
Dude, I will straight fuck up some Captain Crunch, though.
I bet you will.
I don't really
I
like
haven't in a
cereal
long
much.
time.
I
I liked Captain Crunch. That was about it. Well, and Reese's Puff. Reese's Puff was good, but that's about it.
Hey, Reese's Puff. I like a little bit of Reese's Puff.
Yeah, but you know, I haven't eaten those things in a long time because they're bad for you. I know that. It doesn't mean that
I
they
like
don't
Lucky
taste
Charms.
good.
I think
Yeah,
it's kind
see,
of-
Aaron
It's a
even
Frosted
liked
Mini Wheats
something.
guy. Frosted Mini Wheats guy.
Oh yeah, no, those were good. The only problem was my parents would always get the big ones,
Oh.
and they were like,
You have to hold it with both hands
yeah, you're like,
and gnaw on it like a beaver.
right,
Yeah.
I have to go in there and like break the two of them that were stuck
Yeah.
together because it wouldn't fit on my spoon.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever
bad.
pre-soak them for a bit?
Of course,
You
yeah.
have to.
Otherwise, you can't eat them.
You're going to kill yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's like
literally
eating
eating a
cardboard.
brick.
Did you guys see the study? And I don't know because I never read the study, so this could be a continuance of misinformation.
Here we go.
But there was a thing that I saw that they gave rats Frosted Mini Wheats, like the whole box of them, and they actually fared better from eating the box.
So I actually did read this study. What they did was they took frosted mini wheats and they turned it into a pulp, right?
Yeah.
They pulverized it and turned it into a little and put that in, turned it into pellets, and then they took the box and turned it into a pulp and then turned it into pellets. And they took blood samples from both sets of rats and then took the nutritional balance of them from both of them. And as much as people like perpetuated it actually, the mini wheats were just a little bit better than the box. Okay. But it wasn't as much as it probably should have been.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think most people know cereal's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, except for oats. Steel cut oats are good.
People don't really consider that cereal, though.
It's hot cereal. It's called hot cereal.
No, it is.
If you talk
absolutely.
to a person on the street and say, what's a cereal? They're not going to fucking say steel cut oats.
Yeah.
They're going to say fucking Captain Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
What if you walk up to Aaron? He'd be like, let me tell you.
Even Aaron would say like Lucky Charms. He wouldn't say steel cut oats.
Yeah, I don't like. I understand that technically it's called cereal, but I still wouldn't consider it a cereal. It's
never would. Yeah,
it's just oats.
You wouldn't associate
breakfast.
it with cerealness.
Yeah,
cerealosity.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, in a very odd transition, because everyone's all excited about Game of Thrones.
Wiener.
That's the problem. That's exactly what I want to talk about. Why does everyone feel the need to post fucking spoilers on all the social medias? I don't understand it. No, that's not a fucking good reason.
Okay, what does it do for you to post a spoiler?
I actually don't post spoilers.
Okay.
I think it's rude.
I'm not talking to you specifically. I'm saying as a person, like take a person that posts spoilers. What does it do for them? That's our question. Why?
Well, usually what it is like, honestly, there's trolls out there that are just like, yeah, I want to ruin people's day. And it's just because that's what a troll do. You know, they get a kick out of they get a kick out of pissing people off. They do. You know, that's what trolls do. But then there's some people that are unintentionally doing it, and I think that's the worst offenders because those happen the most. Where they're like, oh, you know, they'll post on there like something vague that they don't think is a spoiler, but it's a huge spoiler, and people are like, dude. Some of them genuinely don't. Some of them genuinely don't.
Then they're the dumbest people on the planet. Because you know if you're posting something about a show that just came out,
they'll eat Twinkies until they die. You don't think that they'll put something on there
that haven't seen it to see it and be like, oh, that makes me sad. They know that's a potential.
Did somebody spoil Game of Thrones for you guys? Is that what this is going on?
No. I have been avoiding Facebook like the plague, and apparently I need to avoid Instagram too because I've seen a couple of things on there. I'm like, shit, scroll. I mean,
I've already had so many spoilers because I'm so far behind.
I was gonna say, why haven't you watched it yet, Aaron?
Well, because I was hoping to not have to pay for HBO because it's fucking $15 a month on top of the $11.99 that I pay for Hulu, which is way too much for one television show.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ! You have to pay $15 extra to get the HBO thing on Hulu. Just get the HBO Now thing.
Isn't it about the same?
It's exactly the same.
I think it is.
Yeah, but it has more shit than Hulu does.
No,
because
you add HBO to Hulu. It's basically like having HBO Now through your Hulu thing.
It's exactly the same.
Is Hulu
thing.
that good? Like worth it to have it? Like I mean, I don't know.
Hulu's amazing.
Hulu's pretty great. They've actually got really good originals on there.
Yeah, plus like Castle Rock is fucking awesome.
Oh, man. 2 episodes.
I'm hyped for fucking Stranger Things, but.
11/22/63, one of the best shows.
Oh yeah, God, that was a good show.
I think I've ever seen. It was really good.
We're referencing way too many Stephen King stories.
I mean,
I don't know. I think that they should. I think they. You can also go on fucking PlayStation Network, dude, and just buy the episode. It's like $5 or $3. $2.
You can do that for the whole season?
Yeah,
I did. Back before HBO Now was a thing.
You're gonna be paying like $20 for the season.
Right, which is cheaper than going out and buying the box set.
No,
it's like $40.
I think Aaron does is waits and then does like a free trial and then binges it because that's what I do too.
Binge the whole thing in a week before the free trial ends, and then it's totally free.
Yeah,
you would not pay $20 to watch Game of Thrones.
No,
Like the entire season.
Not if I don't have to.
Yeah, why would you? Because they still get the syndication from your free trial, so they still get all the money that they get. Really it's just Hulu doesn't, or HBO doesn't get their stupid shit.
I think HBO will be okay without my $20.
Yeah,
like.
Well, right, and I get that, but that's the thing is I think that in the case of I didn't have time to watch it and it's been only like 2 or 3 days. Please don't show me spoilers. I get that. But if you're going to wait the entire fucking season, that's on you, buddy.
Okay, no, why do you have to post things? That's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
There's
because people want to start conversations.
So start a conversation with a person. Like, I can text Aaron and be like, hey, did you see 11/22/63?
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it that way, which we did.
Yeah, but if you were actually trying to start a conversation, instead of immediately posting like a spoiler type thing, that's like, hey, I saw that, something vague about the season, you could post it in the comments and shit.
Yeah.
See, but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
People don't give a shit.
What are spoilers most of the time now? What are they? They're not just somebody posts this thing like, oh, this is what happens, right? They're a meme.
Well, yeah,
it's because people are joking. It's an inside joke. People want to laugh and have a good time.
Fuck those
people. It's not just the intention of, I want to ruin this for you. It's because it was funny.
It's stupid. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's the same people that
it's only stupid to you guys because you're fucking ruined it. No, okay, that one I will give you because I was playing.
How's that fucking different? No, because it got spoiled for you. That's how it's different.
No. Listen. This is how that one I will give you.
Here, buddy.
Okay, listen to me.
No, listen. If you fucking listen, you fucking salty shit, you fucking dirty hairy cock, fucking
Wait,
cum dumpster.
It's a Clint Eastwood penis.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is it a penis with like Clint Eastwood's face on it?
No, but like terrifying. People with that one were fucking stupid. Like World of Warcraft, I was sitting there playing it, and somebody in trade chat just fucking posts Han Solo dies. That's not a meme. That's not trying to share it with your friends. You're just being a dick.
It's the exact same thing.
Those are the same people. It's the same thing. It's the same to me.
I don't think so.
For that person to do that, other than to be a dick.
Yeah.
And to ruin it for you and tell you Han Solo died.
Because he's getting a laugh out of it.
He's getting a laugh out of it, but that's not like we're gonna,
everyone's reacting to it going, oh, dude, seriously, you have to fucking say shit like that? Yeah.
But that's not the same.
Same shit, different context.
It's the same. It's just presented in
I don't think so. And especially where you guys are waiting the entire season, of course people are going to talk about it on social media. I mean, like, I get it, like, day of, like, there's a courtesy that usually people wait, like, 24 to 48 hours before posting anything. They should. But, like, the entire season...
I mean,
at that point, you guys, that's up to you to just kind of dodge it.
I've watched so many shows, and I've never felt the need to post things about them.
Right.
A year after,
but other
2
people
years
do.
After. Exactly, and those are the people I have a problem with. They don't need to have that need.
And, like, if you're supposed to have this full right to post spoilers after like a couple of days or something, why is it that when you still watch like some people talking about shows from like a couple of years ago, their shows like, hey, spoiler warning, and they're still providing that courtesy?
Yeah, from years ago.
Like I don't like Game Theory. Like
everybody
if you
does
watch,
that.
Huh?
They should do that.
I don't think everybody does that.
Well, like if you like watch Game Theory or something like that, and they're talking about a show like that, it's like, hey, by the way, you should already know this, but in case you didn't know, at the end, of this show, like there's a major spoiler because we're talking about it.
I can't understand you. I tried to ignore it, but you're so fucking crackly. I can't even understand what you're saying.
Okay, calm down. Damn, he gets very intense about it.
Yeah, he gets super intense about it.
He gets very paranoid about it.
No. I feel bad because like I don't want to interrupt the conversation, but
it's 2 seconds. It's okay.
Yep.
And it's still going on. I change USB ports. That's how it works for me usually. Is I have to unplug where my Scarlett's at and plug it into a different port.
If I unplug my Scarlett right now, it will crash my entire computer.
That's right, because you're recording. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, rip. Anyway, back onto the conversation. Where were you?
I don't remember what I was saying.
You were saying things about people and stuff, I think.
Oh, fucking balls.
I don't remember anymore either. Spoilers?
Oh, yeah, you were saying about Game Theory and spoilers, but that's a news network. That's not like an individual, and I mean not a news network, but they are a conglomerate of sorts. I mean, of course it's run by Matt Pat and all that shit.
It's just common
But
decency.
they're a channel that, they get called out for that shit. They're not an individual.
We're calling out individuals.
So what's the difference there? Like, are we holding normal people to a less of a standard?
No, I think the thing is again, don't be stupid. If you wait the entire fucking series, of course people are going to talk about it online, whether you like it or not.
Though? Why?
Because they like to.
But
it's
why,
it's
though?
not.
But
You
why,
know where the
though?
spoilers are. Avoid them.
But why though? That's the thing.
Because
Some
they
of them are
like to.
unavoidable.
That's just the
'cause
bottom
your
line.
friend, your buddy on Facebook can just post Han Solo died, you know, and you're scrolling through Facebook. How do you avoid that?
Well, I mean,
Teach me your ways.
No, that's okay. Well, my ways is I literally will, like with the day Game of Thrones came out, because I knew it was going to get leaked somewhere. I literally did not look at my phone, internet,
that's what
anything
Aaron said
for
he
that
did. He
day
stayed
until
away
I
from
went and saw it.
Aaron said that.
Mm-hmm.
He did that. But we just have a problem with idiots that have to do it. It's just, I feel like it's very stupid. I mean, I get it if you're talking about live sports, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, don't talk about Han Solo. It's fine.
Like, there's communities and groups and stuff that like are specifically built for having this conversation.
Which I just realized that maybe I should have said spoilers. Han Solo died. Someone's listening is like, wait, what?
Yeah, you guys just spoiled Star Wars. Look at you.
You guys.
But
excuse me.
I didn't say it.
You started
you
it.
did. We all said it.
No.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
you.
no.
God, he tries to
No.
separate himself so fast.
No.
Not me.
Not me.
No.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do
No,
that.
but did you have anything spoiled for you, honestly, either of you guys?
Have I? No, because immediately as I saw that it was something to do with, because I was reading something and then immediately I realized like, oh shit, no, this is talking about Game of Thrones. It's like, fuck that, and I had to like immediately scroll past. Like, fuck.
And see, the point he's making about like you wait too long, I'm all for that because I'm like 3 seasons behind and I've had a bunch of shit spoiled.
Yeah.
From there.
Well,
and
that's the
it's
thing
like, that's
is
on me.
you
I
especially
waited
you've
way
had
too
like a
long.
year.
I've waited
an
way
extra
too
year
long to watch the show. I get it. I already know a lot of stuff that happened. But like it came out 2 days ago. Yeah. Like shut up. Like relax. It's okay.
Well, no, that I get, like that it comes out like within 3 days, but like honestly, with the waiting until the tie-in season's over is to talk about it.
Can't
That's
wait. Oh, your life is gonna be over because you couldn't post that fucking Billy.
No, but if it meant that much to you, then wouldn't you have watched it at least within some amount of reasonable time?
Some people are busy, and some people can't do it right away, and some people like to binge. Some people would rather watch it all at once instead of watch one a week.
I mean, but you're gonna wait, okay? Because there's 6 episodes?
I think
there's 6 episodes.
There's only 6 episodes?
Yeah, no, they're incredibly long though. They're like an hour to an hour and a half each.
I mean, yeah, that's what you imagine, but I thought for sure there'd be more than that.
6 episodes?
But I mean, I guess
there's only 6.
That's cool though. I like that. It's like, no, I'm not going to try to, push this out to be as much time as I possibly can. I'm just going to tell exactly what needs to be told and leave it at that.
Yeah.
Sense.
But that's the thing is you're still waiting 6 weeks. You're waiting a month and a half ish.
Yeah, but what is like...
You want the entire internet not to talk about something for the month and a half.
We're talking about our friends. That's it. I know there's communities where you can go and you can talk about. That's what Aaron said.
Or there's, tons of people who talk on YouTube and like they have like there's like, oh, here we're going to conversate about, Game of Thrones and where the season might be going and things like that. At
me, but like I follow wrestling things and they post it like on Instagram. Their first post will be a picture that says spoilers. And then if you slide past that, you're getting spoilers.
Yeah.
So just do that. What's wrong with that? Put a little cover art thing on your thing that says, hey, spoilers ahead.
You know what? That would be nice for fucking Facebook to do. Like, hey, are you posting Game of Thrones memes that have spoilers in it? Cover the video.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, do you want to see a spoiler? Boink.
Yeah, I don't think that's that big of a deal because they do it all the time for wrestling.
Would that be an acceptable middle point for you?
He's like,
I mean,
no,
I don't care. And that's the thing is I don't think I've posted spoilers. Like I've posted memes about Game of Thrones on Facebook and on Instagram. but they don't give away large plot points. So that's the thing. Personally, even looking at the memes that I've seen, I kind of want to look at the memes that I've seen now. I kind of do. Hold on a second.
Again, he took it into like a meme talk when we weren't really talking about memes. We're talking about
but that's the thing is most of the spoilers that you're gonna see are gonna be memes.
I don't think that's true. Most of the spoilers I see is people just saying spoilers. Like I see that a lot.
I see that.
Well, then I think that's kind of being a dick because I don't think I've seen, and your friends must be assholes because I don't think I've seen people just straight up, oh yeah, this is what happens during this episode of Game of Thrones. Let me tell you here, this happens. No, it's usually like a fucking meme.
I've seen it like once or twice. I can't believe blah happened to blah.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, what? Really? Just throw that out there. Why don't you? You know? At least with memes, you know, it's usually vague enough to where you don't actually understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be like a plot point, but I've seen memes of stuff and I'm like, I don't get that.
Yeah.
That means something's going to happen that I don't understand yet. And that's totally fine. But when people are just
I almost started spoiling something because Cody's like from fucking 50 years ago. So now I can't say it. I can't use my point.
I've already seen it, but you can.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
For anybody,
that's
hasn't seen the last 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. Go ahead, Travis. I don't care.
It was last season. So like,
have you seen it, Aaron?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't give a shit then. Go ahead.
So last season we know that Jaime is coming to the north, right?
Yes.
To assist there. We know that Bran is in the north already, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did Jaime do to Bran?
I mean, he pushed him out of the window in the first season.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Is that what you're talking about?
Right, and that was most of the big memes that I saw about any of the Game of Thrones things was when Jaime showed up and saw Bran. Because Jaime didn't know that Bran was alive to this point.
Oh, wait, they meet up?
Well, yeah, because they're going to the same spot.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to meet up, because a lot of times they fucking...
He's a leader! They're both leaders! Of course they're going to meet up!
But I mean...
Oh my God. He's very mad at you.
But this is stupid, now Aaron. I feel bad. Of course they are. Now I feel bad because Aaron's like, you spoiled it! I'm like, how did you not know that was going to happen?
I guess I didn't think about it. But, I mean, with, all the shit that happened at the end of the last episode, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a minor point to think about, but we've had like a year.
Well, no, but I mean, like with all the shit and like it seems like all of that was fucking destroyed, and now why would they even, I don't know. It just seems like shit would have changed. But I don't know.
I mean, like between their relationship, I'm not gonna say anything, but like it's just that Jaime had no idea that kid was alive. So right. And how would you react if you saw somebody that you thought you murdered?
Well, I mean, obviously, but like I just didn't know that they were gonna see each other again.
Yeah, I mean they do, because they both are going to the same spot. Which was a plot point and a talking point at the end of the last season. They're like, oh, shit.
What's in the bucket?
Yeah, what's in the bucket? But that's what I mean is like, usually it's shit like that it's... I don't see spoilers, but people are like, oh, that's a huge spoiler.
Deal, though, like to be spoiled? I don't think that one's that big of a deal.
No, not really.
Some people I saw a post about that one in specific.
A little bit, because I would have like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. I feel a little bad. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, I didn't tell you what happens when they see each other, did I?
Let me tell you.
Well, let me tell you. No,
he's
actually,
I didn't tell you that this happened.
I won't tell you what happens because there's a whole bunch that happens. A whole lot.
Well, yeah, because it's an hour-long show.
That's another form of a spoiler person. The people that say, "I'm not gonna tell you," but let me tell you. And then they start like vaguely
I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you that a whole lot happened.
But just so you know, man, this gets crazy. And then this, oh man. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, you're alluding to a lot.
Right.
You're not outright spoiling
to be
it,
completely honest,
like a
to be completely honest, Cody, I'm 100% lying. And I'll leave it at that.
Don't do that either. You're just alluding to more shit.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're fucking.
No, I wasn't even talking about you.
Like, oh, you're terrible, you're terrible, you're terrible.
I was talking about my stepdad.
The handyman?
He's one of those people. He'll be like, "Oh, no, I wouldn't tell you what happened." But man, at one point, it's like, "No, shut up, though. Just don't give me. You don't have to prep me. You don't have to prepare me for what's to come. You know what I mean?" It's irritating.
Well, in any case, I hope everyone's enjoying Game of Thrones so far.
I'll watch it in 5 years.
It's really good.
I get that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. It's a great show.
It's going to be an epic season, I'm sure.
Probably.
And there's going to be a shitload of spin-offs, which, fair enough.
Yeah.
What do you mean spin-offs?
I mean, come on, there's going to be spin-offs, dude. They're going to have some character show his story or something like that, or something that happens afterward.
Ready for like the Jon Snow comedy hour.
I don't think that they're going to do that because they only have 6 episodes. They don't really have time to do that.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. You could absolutely do spin-offs with that show if you take it for different periods of time. Like back with do like a Stark spin-off of like telling their earlier story. Like
that would be cool.
Everything like you do prequel spin-offs or like doing periods where like, this is what happened.
You mean like a different show?
He doesn't mean setting it up this season. He means like taking the characters and doing
okay. Mm-hmm. I thought you meant like this season they were going to do that. I was like, they have so much to wrap up in 6 episodes.
Like
I don't think they can do that.
Now. Disney is doing that Disney Plus streaming service thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're doing like a Loki series and they're doing a...
Is it with the same actor?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Actually, I
really
kind
like
of want to watch
that
that now.
Yeah, and they're doing a Falcon series.
Falcon Punch! Sorry.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, they're doing a series on them.
Oh, cool.
And it's the same people.
Yeah. I don't care that much about those guys.
Hey, eat a dick.
I mean, they're all right. I'm not saying
that's
they're
a great
bad
note to end this on.
just...
Eat a dick.
Eat a dick.
You guys...
fuck both of you. You cum dumpsters.
You ever get the sense when Travis is insulting people,
Dumpster
he's coming
fire.
up with it as he's saying it?
Each word,
He's like,
shithole
you know
bunny fucker.
What, you fuck cut bitch. Fuck you. That's why he was really bad at insulting people on Halo. Oh my god, it was the worst.
I will suck your dick.
It was so funny. Instantly just quits the game. I will suck your dick. And then his face,
too, and
his face just. Oh, why did I say that?
I because I was destroying the kid too, and I was just making him mad, and I was having such a good time, and then I told him I was gonna suck his dick, and he just goes, "What? What?"
He quit so fast.
And just so everyone knows, it wasn't like an offer. It was like it was meant to be a threat.
It was a threatening blowjob.
I will suck your fucking dick.
Boy, I will suck your dick.
I will suck your dick. Oh my god, I've never seen someone quit a game faster. He exited so fast.
The only way to do it faster would have been like to grab the Xbox and just rip it away from the wall.
Yeah. It was amazing.
That was a.
You want to wrap that up, Aaron?
Yeah, I thought Travis was going to say
Halo
more
Reach
things.
coming out this month. It'll be great.
What? You mean like the remaster?
Halo Reach? Didn't that come out like 12
for
years
PC.
ago?
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun. We had lots of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
If you like this video, like it, in the comments, or subscribe to this channel if you will. And if you want, you can also subscribe to Breaking the Cycle over with me and Cody. We do music stuff.
Sometimes.
Yep. Comment below if you want to hear us talk about something. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Go into our podcast. I always forget the name of it. The show notes. And let us know there also what you could, and
what you could.
email us.
Let us know what you could.
email us and
Let
such.
us know what you could.
What you could do, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Be our outro
What
every
you could
time.
kind
What
of
you could-
maybe know.
What
You
you
know,
Let us know what you could.
What you could.
Okay. All right. That's amazing. Whew.
Check out all the social media stuff. Everything's going to be in the description. You guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time. Woo!
High energy
Bye-bye.
outro.
Right?
Friends who do stuff together. U is for you and